agbára gbogbo struggle tá à ń struggle lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á fún wa ṣe gbogbo ìjà tá à ń jà yìí a ò ní jà lásán ọ̀gá ògo àgbà fún wa. I just want to show us a video. I watched this video, but since the time I watched the video, honestly, my mind was seriously disturbed more than expectation. I can't just imagine, but I just need to show you guys this video. I don't know how you're going to feel when you watch it in your own body or in your own mind, but the way I am feeling for this useless man called Kumi, if I should handle this man, if I can lay my hands on him, honestly, I will get him annihilated. I will get him exterminated. It's a born bastard man. Here is the video. I just want you to watch it with me. We digest it together. Please, just give me a moment. If you like, you can get it.
It's the cause of the oppressor.
Please, if you can't see the video well, what is most important there, it's the voice. Listening to the voice of what this useless man will be uttering out from his condemned mouth. Thank you.
Are you guilty as charged? Because you said these bandits, they should be granted amnesty. And you have also said the Nigerian government should negotiate with them. Other Nigerians are saying, look, these are criminals. Why is Sheikh Gumi a victim, in real sense, they say, of the Stockholm Syndrome?
Okay, you see, when we oversimplify a very complex issue, this is what we get here. That is confusion. And everybody doesn't know what to do. I can see there is really disorder in our reaction to this banditry. What we call banditry, actually, when you cross the ISIL and go to the other side, you find that Nigeria is fighting a tribal war. And the government is supposed to be the mediator, it's supposed to be neutral, it's not supposed to take sides. So the moment the government takes sides, it becomes part of the conflict. And this is what I saw in Zamfara State, in Niger State and other states. This is a tribal war going on and with the government taking one side. So I realized that if you can cross to the other side, listen to their grievances and...
Can you listen to that statement? He said it's a tribal war. Who are the people that caused all this trouble for the country? I want to look and say, they are definitely the government. They brought these useless people from other country into our country to come and destabilize our peace. Right. He said it's a tribal war. The Fulanis are, of course, in our country before. They've got cows, they are malus, 200 kiri. They don't cause any problems for us. But immediately this useless man called himself your president, your president Buhari, tí Ọlọ́run ò ní fire fún, tí ikú máa pa ní ìgbà tí kò expect, is going to die a sudden death that is causing problem for him. Immediately he opens our border to these useless people that they are coming into our country. And they came in to come and be victimizing us. Ìgbà náà mà ní ìṣòro ti dé. And they knew everything that is happening to us. They fold their arms, they keep quiet, ready to say anything because they are Fulani, they are on the throne. Right, let us continue to listen to this.
And understand their agitations, the government can easily, in a very short time, cure this problem we are having. When you said these bandits are committing crime, yes, I agree they are committing crime.
Thank you for that.
They're killing people, they are kidnapping, they are raping, they are doing all sort of atrocities.
Thank you for that.
But have you for once go to their own side to see the kind of atrocities that is also committed against them? Do you know that an ordinary herdsman is lynched in many towns in Nigeria? We have seen that in Oyo, we have seen that in Anambra. Their children decapitated.
It's a bomb bastard man. You've got a territory and you are having your family, everybody living with you there. Your people are living with you in your house or wherever it's a territory. And you now notice some people trying to barge in, to break in into your territory, to come and cause havoc for you. Not only to steal, not to destroy, but to kill you and obtain everything that you have worked for. Rape your wife, rape your daughter, your children. Kill your children. What do you think they expect you to do? You can't fold your arms and be looking not to defend your territory. You need to do something about it so that the word that is coming from outside will not come and subdue or overcome or conquer you and your family. What was he saying there? He said they lynch, they punish, and the Fulanis. It's your states, Zamfara state, and all the states that they are doing havoc to are they? Do those places belong to Fulani? Ṣé ó jẹ́ ilẹ̀ bàbá ńlá kù ìyálà ya pọ̀nrín pọ̀npọ̀n Fúlàní ni? Tí wọ́n fi ń lọ síbẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní kán fòdù àṣọ, wọ́n pa wọ́n lọ́mọ, wọ́n pa wọ́n, wọ́n pa ìyàwó wọn, wọ́n bá ìyàwó wọn sùn, wọ́n pa àwọn ọkọ gan, wọ́n kẹ́rù wọn, wọ́n kó lọ, wọ́n ní kán fòdù àṣọ. They saw all this, they kept quiet, they didn't say anything about it. They obviously know how to deal with them, but they kept quiet. Definitely, they know how to take the bull by the horns. They know how to tackle the difficulties bravely, but they don't want to do anything about it. All because of what? The actual fact is because they've got the useless man, the deaf, dumb, zero-headed man as a president, which is Buhari. That was the reason why they don't bloody care of doing nothing about it. Anyway, let me continue with this video. I'm so sorry. I think I will be, because if I don't go in there when it's saying it's trash word, if I'm not stopping it, badging into it, I might be forgetting some points to say, but I need to. So sorry for that. So let us continue with this video, please.
Decapitated. We have seen that in many regions of Nigeria. People don't look at that too. So I think there should be well-meaning Nigerians that should stay neutral in these tribal wars. It is very unfortunate that in the 21st century, because of the fracture in our governmental structure. People have turned into tribalism or religion or regionality to express their grievances. I think in the 21st century we should also have this sense of collectiveness, and that we should come and build a nation whereby equity, transparency, and even love of each other should be there. Well, the atrocities committed, I think, on both sides is appalling, and we condemn it and we don't support it. I don't speak for the bandits as well. I don't speak for those committing atrocities against the bandits. I'm trying to be neutral in this case, to look at things objectively.
Telling me you're not speaking for the bandits.
Even scientifically.
Well, thank you, Sheikh Gumi. You're sounding here like Bertolt Brecht in the poem on violence, where he says, everybody speaks of the violence of the river that drags everything, but nobody talks about the violence of the riverbanks that contain it. However, I don't know, you use the word easily. I'm not quite sure how easy it is. Let's look at the Bello Massari model or example or experiment. And I'll start in October 2019, where he declared amnesty to the bandits, expressing similar opinions as yours, saying that it's actually security agencies that taught them how to become kidnappers. So amnesty was granted October 2019. Come June 2020, the same Bello Massari, governor of Katsina State, for the benefit of our viewers, vowed never to give amnesty again. He cancelled the amnesty, feeling that he had been betrayed on a few occasions by those he had granted amnesty to. 6 months later, November 2020, he granted amnesty again. So what do we say about that? It's not as easy as it seems, is it?
Yes, you see, when you grant a political amnesty, I mean amnesty.
Please listen to this foolish idiot man. What he's going to say. Please listen to him carefully. Thank you. Ẹjọ́ fi ẹtẹ́tí balẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tó lórí burúkú ayé òun máa sọ ẹni tí kú máa pa tí kú á pa tá pa ọmọ tá pa ìyàwó ẹ̀ á pa gbogbo àwọn fámìlì àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀.
In the front of the press and the media, but in the real sense there was no amnesty. Amnesty comes with a package. The package is that you rehabilitate these criminals, you provide for them social amenities, you provide for them schools, hospitals, you engage them, and you try to entice them to leave the forest by engaging them in different kind of professions. Not every one of them can be a herdsman again, but there's no any project put forward. It's just the ceremony of handing over weapons, and that cannot stop banditry. But I can say now, from what we are hearing from Katsina State, there's a relative peace, and the government is truly in.
Can you hear him? Can you clearly hear him? Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ? Ní inú ogún tiwa, inú ìyà tí àwọn èèyàn tiwa ń jẹ ní Naija, tí wọ́n san tax, inú làálàá kòókòó jọ̀njọ̀n àwọn ènìyàn wa, tó yẹ pé àwọn ènìyàn wa míì wà, they are still there. What they will hit in the next 2-3 days, they don't know. They don't know. Now, owó tó yẹ kó fi ṣe oore fún àwọn tó ọmọ onílùú, nígbà tó pé ẹni tó wà ní abẹ́ òro kò róró jẹ, ẹni tó wà lórí òro kò róró jẹ. Àwa mú owó yẹn sìn àwọn ọmọ ẹrú, ọmọ àlè tí a ò mọ ẹni tó bí wọn tó ṣu wọn. We will now be using that money to look after them. Look at what the useless idiot man is uttering out from his mouth. This man, Gumi, ikú tó máa pa mi ò, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè, Ọlọ́run ló máa bá wa yanjú gbogbo ẹbí ẹ̀. Because I know, we definitely know that you know these people. You are working in hand to hand. We surely know about that. ń tá a mọ̀ sí ni àmọ́ Ọlọ́run á gbà wá lọ́wọ́ yín gbogbo sẹ́ẹ̀tì yín tó wà ń bẹ̀ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á gbé wa lékè bó ṣe gbé ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì lékè tó gbé wọn jáde kúrò nínú wàhálà Egypt King of Glory will definitely bring us out. Ohun tá à ń wá Ọlọ́run á ṣe fún wa ohun tá à ń wá Olúwa Ẹlẹ́dàá ṣe fún wa á gbà wá sílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ kíní lọ ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi.
Engaging them. And that's why Katsina State is finding that really dialogue, given the rule through amnesty, not the political one, is giving results. And we have seen that in Zamfara State. I've been to Shinkafi Forest, where there is such an arrangement with the Zamfara State governor, and it's working very well. People now are moving about, markets are open. In the past, nobody can even go to the market. But even the, what do you call it, the peace in Zamfara State is not to the optimum we expect. I can understand the state government is constrained by financial burden of amnesty. That's why we are calling on the federal government to chip in here, and it will be easily solved.
Right. Sheikh Gumi, you've said a lot about this amnesty thing. I want you to break it down. I'll ask you two questions. The first one is, what do you really want for this bandits? You want a Niger Delta
Let me give an example. Let me give an example.
Sheikh, hang on.
Keep
your mouth shut and let him talk, idiot.
What do you want? Do you want the kind of the Niger Delta, amnesty program that they set up an amnesty arm for them? They probably send them abroad, to learn skills. They send them to university. Is that what you want? And how much billion is this going to cost? Maybe you could put a price on the table in this negotiation. And secondly, Sheikh, you talked about a tribal war going on. And I'd like to know more about that tribal, because I don't know of any. And you said they kill, herders, in or your area and the likes, and in the southwest. What is this tribal war? Because now this is a new narrative. Now, I've never heard you talk about a tribal war before, Sheikh. Now you say there's a tribal war. So tell me more about this tribal war. And how much do these bandits really want? In billions, How much? Is it Niger Delta kind of amnesty? What do they want? Let's hear it.
Okay, let's break down your questions. Let's start with the amnesty. The Niger Delta example, I think we can take example from that. When they were vandalizing the pipelines, which is an umbilical cord for the Nigerian economy, the nation came into negotiation with them, and they are even giving the pipelines to God. And for a period of relative period of peace we had, Nigeria was having its oil supply continuous. The herdsmen too now are controlling a big swath of land, whereby now they are preventing farmers from farming. And it's very important for the economy of the nation, because when you leave a big chunk of the population hungry without farming, is going to have a consequence which we don't want to experience. So in the same sense, as the Niger Deltans are important to the economy, this herdman now has suddenly become very important to the Nigerian economy, because they can prevent, in fact, they are preventing people from farming. So we can, an example, instead of telling, if we can come to them, they can be our guards. They can guard the forest. We have spoken with them, and we have seen them guarding the forest in Shinkafi area.
Gumi, ayé ò ní dá. Gumi, ò ní ṣe oríire. Gumi, ikú tó máa pa ẹ́. Ikú tó jẹ́ pé kò pẹ́ nìkan rí ló máa pa ẹ́ o, pẹ̀lú tó ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ yìí o. Àbọ̀ lórí burúkú ni máa yìí ni. Abẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ẹ gbà mí ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹ gbà mí. Can you please help me? What this useless man is saying? Are they the one looking after our forest before? Who has them to become and be looking into after our forest? Comparing these people with Jesus Christ. Ọlọ́run máa ṣàánú fún yàn o. Abẹ́rẹ́ dípẹ́ ẹranko ni máa yìí. Kò sí ọpọlọ kan lórí orí máa yóò yẹ kán gbé sọ̀rọ̀ kán gbé kalẹ̀ lẹ̀ kán gbé mi sí ni. Orí bèbí aṣíjẹ́jọ́ eléyìí lọ náà. Orí bèbí aṣíṣẹ́jọ́ eléyìí lọ because this one doesn't have any sense. Look at what this man is saying. Ìgbà wo ni problem of Fulanis bẹ̀rẹ̀? Àbí àmà gbà mí kẹ ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni mí ná? Àbó tí kíni ti wà láti ìgbà tán ti bí mi tí mi ò mọ̀ because I can't just fathom this useless man what is coming out of his mouth. I can't really understand him. Honestly speaking. Imagine. Oh Jesus Christ. Má yóò máa lè ṣoríire kẹ. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ kíní ìlọ kó má dàbí ẹni pé.
Area whereby for more than now, I can say 10 months, there is no kidnapping. In fact, they have even freed some people that were kidnapped.
Can you listen?
Let's not forget, please. There are thousands of Nigerians, many now captives in the hands of these herdsmen. They are not in a hurry. In fact, I got last week that some 2 nurses were kidnapped in April in southern Kaduna. Up to now, we're trying to locate and who are these people who kidnapped them to try to see if we can plead with them. Look at the suffering Nigerians have, simply because we are not dialoguing with these people. These people are not some aliens from Mars or from the outer space. They are Nigerians. We know them. We know their relatives. We know everything about them. And they have qualities that we can tap on. That is the Fulani man.
Look at what the useless. Oh Lord, má yóò lè kúre o. Ẹni tó bá ní kó tálálẹ́ bá ní kó dá fún ẹ, ọlọ́sàn ò ní gbà. Tọ́lọ́sàn bá dẹ̀ ní pé kó yẹ kalẹ̀, aláàárọ̀ àní òun ò ní àláwẹ̀. Aláàárọ̀ ọlọ́sàn alálẹ́ wọn ò ní gbà fún ẹ, ayé ò ní lójútùú. What are we going to tap from the Fulani, the useless zero heads? Kí la fẹ́ tàbù lórí ayé wọn? Kí ni nǹkan ta fẹ́ gbà láyé? Kí ni nǹkan ta fẹ́ advantage wo la fẹ́ rí nínú Fulani? Àwọn tó pé màálù gan ẹranko làwọn náà. Wọ́n dé of course ẹni tí ò lọ́pọlọ tí ò apart from àmọ́yẹ tí ò lọ sí school tó lọ́pọlọ náà. Fulani ò lọ́pọlọ gangan náà. They are callous, wicked, unscrupulous. They don't care. Life is nothing to them. Absolutely nothing to them. Àwọn tó jẹ́ pé tó máa fẹ́ pààyàn tó máa rí wọ́n máa wọnú ilé wọn á pọkàn pàyàwó wọn á pọmọ ìyàwó tó lóyún sínú wọn á pa ọmọ kékeré wọn á pa ọpọlọ kí ni nǹkan tá fẹ́ gain lórí wọn that you are talking kí ni wọ́n ní yàtọ̀ sẹ́ran tó ń tà and before kọ́tọ́ máa kó màálù ìwà we've been ourselves. We are feeding ourselves. We are surviving. So if they should go away with their useless cows and all whatever they are dealing with, we can still survive our life. We can still live our lives. Kí ló ń sọ pé a fẹ́ gain lára wọn sí tó olórí burúkú ni máa yìí now. Anyway, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún continue pẹ̀lú olórí ká bọ́ ọ̀rọ̀.
Man is not to be shy, is not to be respectful to his elders.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ máa bá mi fi èpè ràn lọ́wọ́ o. Ẹ máa bá mi képe yẹn kó lè tètè mu kó lè tètè wọlé sùn káàlẹ̀ kó tètè wọ́ kó lè tètè wọ́ sùn. Ẹ máa bá ẹnu ẹ̀ máa fi pè ràn lọ́wọ́. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ wo kíni tó bá like kó share kó love ṣé oyè yín sìn kó share kó love káwọn èèyàn lè bá mi fi èpè kán fi jà kó lọ́ọ̀ lè tètè wọ́ káàlẹ̀ àbí kó tètè rí ibi tí àwọn èèyàn fi ojú àwọn èèyàn rí kó náà tètè rí kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn ìdílé ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
And they work in unity and community. We can gather them all together. They're ready even to sit down. They told me we are ready to sit down with the government. So I don't know what is stopping this National Congress of Herdsmen, because if they can come together and decide that, okay, no more kidnapping, the war is finished, and this is our conditions, I don't see any other Fulani man breaking that agreement and continue with the crime. So it's, to me, a simple thing. It needs engagement from the government. So that is with the amnesty.
Can you imagine? The government should liaise, sit down, discuss, converse with the criminal. Simple English for bandit is criminal. Armed robbers, terrorism. Just that is the only with Timoli. So simple English is they are armed robbers. Go and look into it if you don't know it. Bandit is armed robber. They are thieves. They come into your house, forcefully, they kill you, every of your belongings, they take it away. If there's any chance, they rape you, they rape your wife or your daughters, and they do away with your belongings. That is the only meaning for the bandits. Now, our government wants, this useless man is soliciting for them, that government should sit down and have a word, chat with them, give them consideration, allow them into the country to continue with their dubious and useless character. Àwọn olóríire wa like Nnamdi Kanu, Chief Sunday Igboho, tí wọ́n fight fún ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn. These people, they haven't done something wrong. Look at what government is doing to them. And they know all these criminals, the real criminals, they did nothing to the real criminals. They leave them alone. Àfi tí Ọlọ́run ò bá sí lókè lókù. Àfi tí Ọlọ́run kò bá sí lókè.
The other thing you are talking about, you see, I've been saying it's an ethnic war, and I think people didn't understand me, because in Nigeria, we don't consider ethnicity really, we don't understand it. The Fulani is an ethnic stock, different from the other groups. But what I said now is tribal, is because you find the Fulani fighting the Yorubas in the southwest, fighting the Igbos in the southeast, fighting the other tribes in the north, depending on which region it is. So it's a tribal war going on. But when a governor or the president will take side on one side, or the military, especially the military, I've been to a Fulani settlement that was ravaged, and
it's a bastard by saying that it's a tribal war. This is not a tribal war. They are killing us. They are going to southwest, southeast to kill us, coming into our territory to kill us. Anytime we're trying to fight back, they always put us into trouble. We never even fight back. We're just trying to. The government goes against us. It's not a tribal war. We are not fool like you, a dumb head. We are not fool. So we need to call a spade a spade. Olórí burúkú, tí ayé ò ní dá, Gumi, Buhari, and all the rest that got involved in the on settlement of the country. Ẹ ò ní ṣe oríire. Ẹ ò dẹ̀ ní ruler. Ojú most of you ò ní rí 2023 ní agbára Ọlọ́run tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀dá ayé àti àṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run. Ojú most of you guys, the traitor, ojú yóò ní rí 2023.
And destroyed by the military. Their huts were burnt. They came to me in Kaduna, they rushed to me saying that this is what happened. And I went there to see it myself. I saw their huts were burnt. They were there for more than 40 years in that region. What are the military saying? They say we should pack away and go move to the town. Is that how things are done in a civilized society? Even if you want to displace people, you build for them where they can transfer themselves to it. You don't just come and burn people's houses with children crying, women, old women. All I saw this. So as we are speaking with them, a contingent of military came. A captain with other soldiers and civilian JTF. So I asked the captain, who did this? He said he doesn't know. You don't know? Okay. Are you the one who did it? He said he's not the one who did that burning of the huts. So I said, okay, since you are in charge of security here, these are Nigerians too, get their numbers so that if they have any problem, they can call you to protect them. And a very good captain, he in fact donated 5,000 naira to them, and peacefully the things were settled. And this is kind of engagement I want to see the military involved in, not just throwing bombs on innocent people, killing innocent people. They are Nigerians too, they need to be protected by the same law.
Look at what the useless man is saying. How can you go into people's territory without informing them? You go there without their information, without their permission. And while you got there, instead of you to be doing what they will use to consider you as a family, you are trying to obtain the place from them. You are trying to be proving that you are more superior than them. Trying to kill them, sleep with their wife, sleep with their children, and seize all their properties. So what do you expect them to do? You're telling me that they are Nigerians? Kò ní dá fún ẹ fún gbólóhùn yẹn. The Fulanis, the destroyer Fulanis, they are not Nigerians. Definitely we all knew that they came from other country. Mali, Niger Republic, and stuffs. That's where they came from. They came in to come and settle in our country. You are telling me that they are Nigerians as well. The useless Buhari was saying a couple of days ago at the meeting he went for he came from Nigeria to a summit meeting in UK a couple of days ago. I was told, I didn't see him where he was talking. I didn't actually know if maybe the news is true or not, really. But they said, and I quote, that the man said Nigerian children and Nigerian people love schooling and not the stuff. But the problem we are facing that we are too much. Who caused it? You went along and invited people to come into your country without checking them. You are telling we that were there, we are already overpopulated. You now invited some people to come into our country. You are now telling me that you're telling the whole world that we are too much and not the stuff. You don't know how to deal with it again. Who caused it? Who is the cause? You caused it. So for that gbólóhùn tó sọ yẹn, I'm telling you, ikú gbóná ló máa kú. Ó ní ṣe oríire Buhari. gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ń dàlú Nàìjíríà rú ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire.
So that gives you power. So about the civilian JTF, and I advise them, why don't you take the herdsmen too, to be part of your team to fight the bad ones? And they are all there ready. In fact, there's a Fulani organization that came to me, Allah. They said they have more than 7 commanders. Commanders meaning has boys. Boys can, from range of 100 to 300, that they are ready if the military.
How can you be a friend with your enemy? Never. Wọ́n ní tá bá fẹ́ jẹ́ ọ̀ṣàkálá àjọ ṣàkálá bá ti fẹ́ jọ́ ṣokolo kò jọ́ ṣokolo. Èwo lọ ṣàkálá ò ṣokolo. These people, if you look at them, they are nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. Trust me. These very useless people, when they come into your mosque, they will never, never, never pray at your back. They always want to be the leader, to be in the front. And they believe they are more superior than us. Than even, look at the Hausas. The Hausas, they are, I know they too, they are like Fulanis. In fact, they are dense. They are useless, idiot people. I won't deceive you. I have to say the facts. I must confess to you, the Hausas. That's why they always said, tí mọ́tò bá pa èèyàn, tó bá mọ́tò l'accident, tí bá pé bóyá, let us assume èèyàn bíi 20 ló wà ńbẹ̀. Tí mọ́tò bá l'accident wọn sọ táwọn èèyàn bá débẹ̀, tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pick wọn, èèyàn mélòó ló kú? That is the question people will always ask. Wọ́n lè ní èèyàn mẹ́wàá Hausa 11. So they don't count them as human beings. They don't have sense. Their thinking faculty is very low. Their ratiocination, medulla oblongata is damn nothing to write home about. Trust me. Imagine every of their states now is being ruled by the Fulanis. They haven't got any place. Before, when we were small, we always hear 3 tribes: Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Now, no Hausa again. It's only Fulani. And it started from Yoruba, Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani. Now it's only Fulani. The useless Hausa, they just keep quiet. They don't say anything. Very poor. No sense. They are useless. Idiot people. Trust me. The Hausas are the most useless tribes that we have in Nigeria. They are the cause of all this problem. I didn't mean that they didn't give these chances to these useless people. I'm obviously sure they can't have all these chances. They can never have all these chances. But it's the two them they are suffering now. I'm telling you. They are stupid idiots. The Hausas. I will say the facts. They don't have sense. All they know, what they believe on only God, only Chigba. Oh, ṣe lọ gún Fúlàní lọ́bẹ lójúbọ. Àwọn olórí burúkú idiots ni gbogbo wọn. The Hausa and Fulani, they all I know is that lágbára Ọlọ́run, we have to segregate. Dissociation must occur in between us. We must disaffiliate. Sovereignty, it must come up. No way they can. There is nothing they can do about it. Self-determination must occur within our country. We have to secede. We have to go on our own path. Igbo goes on his own path. The Hausa goes on his own path. We are no more doing with them. Let them face their way. We are tired of them. Honestly speaking, I'm 100% tired of them. We are really tired of them. The suffering is too much. We cannot travel back home safely. We always think of what is going to happen to us when we come back home. We are tired. We've got a lot in our minds to do back home. But these people are just causing problem for us. I will continue this thing. Now, let us listen. Sorry for badging, disturbing and obstructing this video. But I just need to say this because I don't know. My mind will continue to be disturbed if I don't say nothing each time this man says something that's get me annoyed. Anytime I got infuriated about his word or enraged about his word, I will always say something. So I'm so sorry about this. Let's continue.
country is going to cooperate with them, they will put this banditry and this kidnapping to a stop. They are ready. They are Fulanis, they are herdsmen. Why can't we engage them? I cannot understand. So I think the government, the media, and other tribes are taking side in this war. And unfortunately, the Fulani herdsman has nobody to tell his own side of the war, the same side of the story. And this, I think, is what is prolonging the issue. Otherwise, we can finish it in a short time.
I'm not convinced that you actually answered that question. You sidestepped it. But I would like to ask you for
which question is that? Maybe I forgot the question.
Yeah, about identifying with the oppressors, with the those who are causing mayhem within the country and trying to promote and defend their interests. But I would like, for the purposes of clarification, for you to tell us which group exactly are you, asking the Nigerian government to negotiate with? Is it Boko Haram or bandits without label, or the Islamic State of the West African province? And I ask you that question because people have been saying, yes, if you actually mean well as a patriot, that your objective should have been, since you have visited the forest, the Shinkafi forest and all of that, and you know the location of these bandits, that perhaps your interest should have been to lead Nigerian security agencies to the location of these criminals and to help hand them over so that they can face justice. But in this case, you are not defending the Nigerian state, you are defending the bandits.
No, this is the oversimplification of a complex matter.
How?
You say Shekau has been causing menace in the country for more than 10 years.
Idiots.
And the military could not kill him.
Idiots. Bastards.
But the ISWAP, a splinter group from Boko Haram, were able to eliminate him. So is the case with the herdsmen. We can use them to suppress the criminals among them. In the same way.
The reason why Shekau was exterminated, it was because he refused to dance into the tone of the federal government of Nigeria. That was the reason why they planned for him, for the Boko Haram traitors to get rid of him. It's not that they really want to kill him, but they planned for him. Trust me. Trust me. So let's continue.
And we all know at a point the Boko Haram wants a dialogue with the Nigerian government. In fact, they were even suggesting the present president to be the man they trust that can negotiate well for them at a point. And the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, has tried also to broker peace with the Boko Haram. But he didn't get the cooperation of the government then. So it's a story that has been there. Government doesn't want to recognize that there's agitations. Even with the IPOB, if I'm a government, I will go and call them, let's sit down. What is your agitation?
Shut your mouth up, idiot.
Why are you carrying weapons against your own countrymen? So as we can do with that, we can do with the herdsmen too. Let's negotiate.
Sheikumi,
and the difference with the herdsmen is that they are ready. They are ready. They are ready. They have told us we are ready to sit down. Even if we had the latest release by these people that kidnapped the federal government college students, I saw things which maybe only experts know here. that the herdsmen now are slowly becoming radicalized in a terrorist form, I mean religiously, and this is a bad omen for us. Because when a criminal will come out reading religious texts, trying to justify what he's doing, then such people are even more difficult to convince. And I've been warning, I've been saying this. Let's go and get them before the evil forces, capture them.
Right, Sheikh Gumi, but surely it's a false equivalence to bring up IPOB and the Niger Delta because they were not kidnapping school children. The unspeakable cruelty to children, defenseless children, shows such a deep depravity. And these are the people that you're suggesting that society should just embrace.
Imagine.
You've even suggested that some of these people should be made security at said schools.
Liberate them. For
similar
what?
to letting a fox guard the hen house.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
also,
Let
may I finish?
me explain to you.
Let me
explain to you.
I want to finish my question, if I may. If I may finish. We all know, don't we, that animals, once they've tasted human blood, become more dangerous. How can people who have discovered this lucrative kind of entrepreneurship, the sickest and most depraved kind, be expected to just go back and get a regular job guarding a school?
Okay, you see, when you ask a battery of questions, how do you expect me to convince you? Let me step one by one. IPOB is attacking the police, is attacking the army, is attacking INEC, government institutions, killing our men in service. And the herdsmen are kidnapping children, not to kill them, to get money. So how can you compare somebody who's killing our gallant men in the armed forces directly, attacking them, to somebody who's kidnapping children to make money, not to kill them? Look, we need some fairness in what we are doing.
Students
and when we say herdsmen, look, herdsmen. Let's finish.
Are you now telling me that what these people are doing is a legit business? Is that what the useless man is trying to say? That what they are doing is a legit business? Imagine that. When Evans did this, when he did this, the police people ran after him, they caught him, and they give him the justification that he deserved. They collected everything that he has, the one that he has sweated for before he started the business. The one he got after he started the business. Everything was collected from me. In fact, we don't know his whereabouts now. The case has died down. But we all heard that the man was punished according to the law. Then he didn't know that the business Evan was doing is a legit business. But now, the Fulani are doing it now. You are now telling us that it's a legit business. Legitimated business. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I don't know how I can see this man. Mi logo àmọ́ tí mo bá mu Ọlọ́run gbọ́ máa ṣe ṣùbàṣùbà pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ mi. I'm not boasting. Ọlọ́run máa ṣe ṣùbàṣùbà pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ mi. Ní máa olórí burúkú tó ń pè ní Gumi. Àdí mi pé mo lóògùn ni. Gbogbo tó ń pè gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń pè ní lórí yín. Bàbá Samara olódo ilé adití. Màá ti mú kúrò lọ́nà tipẹ́. Gbogbo táwọn èèyàn ní tó ń dákẹ́ yẹn. Èmi ò mọ̀ nígbàgbọ́ pé they don't have anything. If they got something, nothing disturb them. Nothing obstructs them from going to the Aso Rock. Kán dà fẹ́ẹ̀rí lọ síbẹ̀. Kán wọ yàrá tó ń sùn. Kán dẹ̀ bí síbẹ̀. Kán dẹ̀ jáde padà. Kán dẹ̀ máa bọ̀. Nobody will see them. But boasting la kàn rí. èmi ò lóògùn ká ní mo lóògùn ni I will try my best so ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́dọ̀ wa lọ because ọ̀rọ̀ yìí it's getting me I don't know crazy honestly speaking.
By literal studies in universities, they say there is 9.5 million nomadics, pastoralists, and herdsmen in the forest. So when you have some few thousands are kidnapping, you can't generalize and say all herdsmen are bad. In fact, the herdsmen are the first victim of these criminals among them. And they are ready to cooperate with the government. They just need the support. They don't want profiling. When you see a herdsman, you say automatically it's a criminal. So with good engagement by the government, this case, I see it as easy as drinking a cup of tea, really.
All right. Sheikh Gumi, you can see it as easy as drinking a cup of tea, but you're not the parent of a child, a 3-year-old child that died in the bush. You know, and only the crime the child committed was to pay 200 naira to go to the Islamiyah school in Chegana. You're not the parent of that child.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's easy for all of us to say it's easy as drinking a cup of tea. Because we're not receiving. We're not
No.
Hang on a minute, Sheikh.
I consider them my children.
But if you can, can
you please keep your mouth shut there?
I don't want you to say so much about me.
I'm the one asking the question, not you. Let me ask the question.
Yes.
That brings us the question, Sheikh.
Okay.
You were captain in the Nigerian army before you left. You served in the military. You suffered for this country.
Yes.
You wore the khaki of the army.
Yeah.
You swore allegiance to this country.
Yes, of course.
But now, you are speaking for a group that is threatening the sovereignty of this country. Sheikh, where does your loyalty lie? To Nigeria, the country you swore allegiance to as a captain in the military, or to people that want to destroy the sovereignty and the unity of this country? Where do you lie, Sheikh?
Yes, my allegiance is to the Nigerian people, to the my allegiance to the Nigerian government, but I will not accept criminality, whether it's from the military, whether it's from the government, whether it's from the individual Nigerians or tribe or group. I am against criminality from whichever quarter it comes from. And the picture you just show, the latest picture of the kidnapped students, when you look at the kidnappers too, they are children like them. The difference is that the government has allowed those other children uneducated, and they are left to fend for themselves, to buy weapons to protect themselves, to buy weapons.
Only their children, like those people that they are kidnapping. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, àwọn yẹn wọn ò ní parents tó bí wọn ni. Ṣé wọn ò ní parents tó bí wọn tó lè look after wọn ni? Àbí wọ́n jábọ́ láti ọ̀run látọ̀dọ̀ èṣù wá sílé ayé? Ẹjọ́ ẹ là mí lóye o. Wọ́n lọ́mọdé ní àwọn ènìyàn tí ó bímọ tó rán ọmọ tí wọ́n lọ sí school. Àwọn yẹn ò kí ń ṣe ènìyàn. Owó tí wọ́n ná mú náà nínú ogún wọn náà fi rán ọmọ lọ sí school now. And aside, we have some of the students there that they are fending for themselves, sending themselves to school without their parents. Their parents cannot assist them financially. And they are assisting themselves, trying to become somebody. Fighting for their future. Àwọn ọmọ olórí burúkú, àwọn ọmọ ẹranko, ọmọ màálù, ọmọ ewúrẹ́, wọ́n wá kó wọn lẹ́rú, wọ́n kó wọn lọ sínú igbó, wọ́n fi wọn pa owó. Àṣírí ti tú now. I will still play you that video very soon. One of them, ó ń gbé ara ẹ̀ ṣépè wípé àfi tí kò bá sí ìjọba ń bẹ̀. Ìbọn tó ń lọ ràbọ̀ náà ti fẹ́ rówó ràbọ̀. Ibo làwọn ti fẹ́ rówó ràbọ̀. The government is supporting these people. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ sí náà. Gumi, Buhari àti ọba Kaduna àbí Kano kí ló lóun jẹ́ El-Rufai and all this stuff. These useless people, wọ́n mọ̀ sí i. Wọ́n mọ̀ sí i. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè alágbèjáwájà ní Yorùbá nation yìí no going back ní agbára Ọlọ́run eníkálùkù máa part síwé ẹ̀ ni. Olórí tọ́yí ó jẹ́ Sunday Igboho tó dá kíní sílẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó padà dé wá bá aláyà àtàláfíà o. Bó ṣe ń rí fún yín definitely he has made name. Let me continue before I say something about that.
People to terrorize the nation. Why is their own school? Why are they not in school? Look at them. They are all children of the same age. So this is what I'm saying. Let's go into the bush. Get these boys out of this criminality. Build school for them. Embrace them as Nigerians. Show them the bad ways they are doing. We should not allow evil forces to take over our own people. This is what we are saying.
If it is people from southwest or south or southeast doing this, you know what is going to happen to them? They will definitely kill them straight away. They will kill them. They will get them exterminated. They will get them annihilated. They will kill them without hesitation. But it's because Fulani, they are not ready to do anything for them, which is very wrong. This is absolutely wrong. We all knew it that the government is in one side, which is the Fulani. It doesn't care about the remaining tribe. So it's high time we do something about ourselves. It's high time. It is high time we do something about ourselves. Trust me.
Sheikh, I get your point. But the question people are asking is that as a man who once swore to defend the integrity of Nigeria, why are you, in terms of your peace-building, peacemaking efforts, concentrating only on one part of the country? Why have you not visited the East?
Okay.
Where people also have issues?
Yes. Very good.
Why have you not visited Ibarakpa local government in the southwest part of the country? That's the first question. The second one is, could you enlighten us about your collaboration with President Olusegun Obasanjo and how both of you managed to get some of the kidnapped students rescued in one instance?
The bastard man, idiot Obasanjo, foolish man.
Okay, just this week we are making arrangements really to go to the southwest and gather the herdsmen and civilize them on how to live in communities where they are not indigenous there.
Going to kill that man.
The arrangement is already completed. It's just unfortunate that we are not able to. The situation in the north is very hot. That's why we are engaged so much in the north, trying to quench the fire. And you know, we are not an authority to say that we have that resources or we that have mobility enough to say we can go around the country. But it's in the pipeline. We want to go to the southwest, get them, civilize them, show them how to behave, and also how to channel their grievances if they have any. It's all in the pipeline. As for Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, actually there is a Fulani leader who gave me some papers in confidence. But unfortunately, a week after that time, he died. So I felt obliged to continue what he started with Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. And it showed me that since 2019, Olusegun Obasanjo is trying to go into the deep root cause of this problem. And that is what I consider a good leader. He doesn't depend on what...
Because the bastard was supporting you guys. That's why you see him as a good leader. He doesn't go against your will. That was the reason why you saw him as a good leader. is a born bastard in Yoruba land. We all knew it. Because all his tenure in that high post, he did nothing, absolutely nothing to the southwest, to the south or southeast. He concentrated all his good to the northern people. So we all knew the reason why you love him. He's a bastard like you guys. He's a serious bastard, useless man like you guys. So let's continue with this video.
On what he hears in the news or what he reads in the papers, he tries to get people, stockholders in the issue, and dig deep and see what is the problem. So they had 2 consecutive meetings with Fulani herdsmen leaders, and I felt that initiative should be continued. And I found the chief very passionate about Nigeria, and he's a peace seeker, and also intelligent, because he's looking at the root cause of issues, not the superficial things we hear in the newspaper. And I think cooperating with him is a great pleasure and honor for me.
It's a dollar.
Right, you've made your views about the media quite clear, but I have to quote a media report now that's claiming that you're making efforts to secure the release of the students from Tegina, but that the bandits are adamant that they must have the ransom paid to them. It's been now reduced to 150 million, which goes back to my earlier point that they have tasted blood. They now want cash, the big bucks, essentially. Now, with your idea of amnesty for them and trying to conciliatory approach rather than an aggressive stance, how are we sure that when other disgruntled groups and factions, because let's face it, we've all been sorely provoked by the Nigerian state, when they see results happening for other people, who is to say that they don't start grabbing children themselves?
Okay, you see, about the Islamia school, we have reached with them, trying to convince them, but you see, when the political atmosphere is not encouraging peace, when you see the people who are supposed to be neutral, which is the government, is siding with because the ordinary herdsman finds the vigilante as his natural enemy. Because they have been killing them through extrajudicial killings, lynching them, killing them in markets. So when they see a governor aligning himself with the vigilante groups, automatically they term the government as an enemy to them. So what we are saying...
Look at what this Gumi is saying. Listen to this foolish man. Ohun tó ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀. Ẹgbọ́n tó ń sọ. All àwọn vigilante wọ́n pa wọ́n, so wọ́n rí wọn as their enemy. Then if any of the governors align with the vigilantes, they see the governor as their enemy as well and all this stuff. Táwọn bá ń ṣe nǹkan tó dáa, if they are doing things that is appropriate, will the vigilante go and tackle them? Would they kill them? Would they fight against them? You are doing something wrong. Absolutely wrong things you are doing. Detestable thing you are doing. You are expecting them to go into your head, to support you. You're killing them. You are sleeping with their wife, killing their children, destroying their things. You are saying that they should support you with those evil things you are doing. What are you talking about? Abonori buruku di Gumi ni. Abonori buruku. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, mo mọ̀ náà pé kò sí ọpọlọ lórí ẹ̀ náà. but mo kàn fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kàn gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ ni mo mọ̀ pé orí yẹn is empty ìran Fúlàní kí náà ní tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ màálù náà ń bá jẹ náà ń bá mu so kí ló expect kan gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kọ́gbọ́n ṣáà kó gbọ́n ni it's impossible now kò possible now so please let us continue to listen to this useless man kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mọ bá ṣe máa plan ilé ayé yín ni o bá ṣe máa plan ayé wa ni àwa Yorùbá o kò kí n ṣe nǹkan mi mò ń play kíní fún o because people might be thinking that gbàgbọ́ pé mo ti mọ̀ pé kíní kankan pé kí mò ń play ẹ̀ fún kákan lè tètè mọ ibi tá à ń lọ inú odó ta fẹ́ da ọ̀run lásì kátógun ó ní mo fi ń play ẹ̀ o tí ó yẹ yín sìn so let's continue with this.
What I'm saying is that government now should look at this as people fighting. It's either fighting between Fulani and the Hausa Fulani, Nupe Fulani, Yoruba. They should look at it that way. And they can really broker peace. They can come in the middle. If there's assurances, I'm telling you, these people will release all their captives. And where they come, one of the herdsmen commanders stood and said,
ẹjọ́ tí ẹ gbà mí ó ní tán bá negotiate tán sit down people down ta dialogue pẹ̀lú wọn wọ́n á release captive this very useless man ọmọ ibi tán wà náà àmọ̀ pé ọmọ tán wà tán bá mú màá lẹ́nu gbaṣọ́rọ̀ bí ẹnu olè bí ẹnu asín tán bá mú dáadáa definitely wọ́n mọ ibi táwọn pèèyàn wà of course ọmọ ibi táwọn Boko Haram wọn fight against wọn náà àwọn tí ò ní yẹ kán mú náà mú náà so ẹ máa gbọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀nu gbaṣọ́rọ̀ bí ẹnu asín sọ o wípé wọ́n á fi àwọn captive wọn sílẹ̀ tán bá dialogue pẹ̀lú wọn tán bá ṣe gbọ́ tán bá ṣàwò olórí burúkú ọkọ̀ olòṣì. èmi ń sọ mo sì ń sọ máa yìí kú tó máa pa máa yìí Ọlọ́run ń tètè bínú síyàn ṣùgbọ́n èṣù làwọn ilé ń bọ ikú gbóná tọ́lọ́ máa dẹ̀ tó máa fi pa èṣù náà lọ́lọ́ máa lò fún tó máa fi pa ikú tẹ́nìkan ò rírí ló máa pa á pa gbogbo ẹbí ẹ̀ àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ gbogbo bó ṣe ń dáhùn ènìyàn lára bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́nà ṣe máa dá lára kó tó kú ní gbogbo nǹkan ní àti bàjẹ́ lójú ayé ẹ̀ sure ni certainty ni obviously sure ni.
if this peace is serious, then they too, meaning the herdsmen, should all release all the captives, the thousands of captives in the bush. And when he said that, all the rest clapped for him, which we saw. So they are tired. They are tired of it. They are looking at it as a war. And you from outside and the government, you are looking at them as criminals. And they even told us, they say we are criminals. Well, we accept we are criminals, but they know what they are doing. Okay. So I think it's time to put a bridge and cross over and see where we can broker peace, release our captives. And they too, they are asking that we have a list of captives with the authorities. If they are released, we are going to release others.
Okay. I mean, thank you so much, Gumi. I'm happy that you've been able to confirm to us that these bandits still see themselves as criminals, because initially you told us in the media not to call them criminals. So I'm happy you've been able to make that point clear. But Sheikh, I deliberately asked you a question earlier on. Now, where does your allegiance lie? And you said with Nigeria. Confirm for me, like some governors have been saying in the north. Hang on a minute, Sheikh. Confirm for me, are all these bandits Nigerians? Because some governors are saying there are a lot of foreigners amongst them. And if you say your allegiance lies with Nigerians, and it is true that there are some foreigners, not Nigerians amongst them, then obviously it looks as though you are defending non-Nigerians against the sovereignty of Nigeria.
No, you see,
thank you.
I'm not an immigration officer.
It's an idiot.
To know who is a Nigerian or not by mere looking at him.
You are an idiot.
And I'm not trained to identify Nigerians from non-Nigerians. But the people we saw in the bush are Nigerians. In fact, most of the times, their cousins, one of them, even his own father was there. So, to us, they are Nigerians. But what I said, I am for Nigeria and for the truth and for the justice. I don't accept extrajudicial killings, whether from the military, whether from the government, whether from the bandit.
Look at the question the man asked. He wasn't even commensurate with what the man asked. Imagine what the way it was sounding. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni question tó bí, ọ̀tọ̀ ni nǹkan tó sọ. Goodness.
Candidates, whether from any Nigerian, I don't accept that. We want peace in this nation. We want the rule of law. We want everything to go through the law process and the due process of law. And no blood should be spilled. And this is what I'm standing for. And I know these bandits, if you don't know, they are cooperating with a lot of bad elements in our security system. This is a business. So many people are involved. You'll be so surprised. And I'm still against anybody who is coming.
We all knew that. Achiwomatu, Tiaba Kiari Titu, Titieton Soro, you useless man that you're talking. Titieno, your secrets, your concealing secret is going to be divulged out very soon. That concealing secret is going to be revealed out very soon. You can't escape it. Ikú ló máa gbẹ̀yẹn, ikú tó máa gbẹ̀yẹn sẹ́. Wọ́n sì ń prepare lọ́wọ́ ni, kò tí jáde. Ìwọ, Buhari and the rest that got involved láti bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́, láti ti ojú náà. I don't even care about bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́. All I know is that Yoruba nation, ó máa lọ tiẹ̀ ni. And we will see, tá bá lọ, tí Igbo náà lọ, we will see what's going to happen. See ẹ̀yin idiot, moron, ẹni tí ò sọpọlọ lórí yín. We see what's going to happen to you guys. Olórí burúkú olóṣì.
Is committing crime against this nation, against humanity.
Operating with a lot of people in our security system, expatiate on that. So that means you're saying there's complicity? Our security architecture is working with the bandits? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They were caught in Zamfara. They were caught everywhere. How can these big weapons get across our borders? How can this big weapon cross our borders and get into the forest without the cooperation of some bad elements in the security system? It's not possible. If I give the same amount, can you take it into UK? You cannot take it into UK because the security is alert. Well, so you see, part of fighting this banditry is to overhaul our security system.
Well, Sheikh Gumi, when you say that the Nigerian state should negotiate with bandits and terrorists, can you help us outline what you mean by that? Is it in terms of the Nigerian government giving money, paying ransom, or what exactly do you mean? Or, granting the amnesty that you talked about? What form should that amnesty take? Should they be put together, serve the jollof rice and pepper soup, and their sins are forgiven, and the crimes that they have committed overlooked? What exactly do you mean? Because I'm sure even the Nigerian government, hearing from you, they really don't know exactly what you are recommending.
Okay, you see, like the last picture we saw of the last kidnapped students. Those boys carrying those heavy weapons behind them, I want them to be in school. Because when we went to Niger State...
Look at what the useless man is saying. He's even talking authoritatively that I want them to be in school. Are the useless people our family? Are they from Nigeria? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Are they originality of Nigeria? Saying that you even want them to be in school, talking authoritatively. If you want them, you can use your money to sponsor them. What concerns Nigeria about their lives? What is it saying? Àwọn aláníkàn máa bí àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ Hausa àti the obsolete Fulanis in North. Àwọn akọ́lá ní kẹ́ máa bímọ jọ bí ẹ̀dá náà. Àwọn akọ́lá ní kẹ́ máa fètò sọmọ bíbí náà. Àtẹ̀ ń gbọ́ tìyẹn pé ìjà those ones are Nigerians. What about those people that came into the country? Láti wá bàlú jẹ́. you are telling us pé à ń láti irú ọ̀rọ̀ wo lórí burúkú ìsọlẹ́nu tó ń dùn lẹ́nu ẹ̀ tí ò ṣe gbọ́ létí gan-an táwọn èèyàn wò wọ́n láwò rẹ̀ àwọn sunkún tó ń wọra wọn láwò rẹ̀ rìn. Can you imagine? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ mà gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o.
State, I met these same boys. I may be one of them even. I told one of them, look, I'll bring you to school in Kaduna. Do you want to come to school? He said, yes, he wants to. These boys, you see, they want to go to school. So if the government will give me a free hand, I can remove those weapons from them, put them in school. But if I go there and say, bring your weapon alone and remain in the bush, definitely
he can remove weapon from the criminals. Please ask him, is he an army officer or Air Force officer or police officer? Anyway, let me know about the or DSS officer or whatsoever. You can remove weapon from the bandits, from the Boko Haram and all this stuff. This man, and he's saying all this, the government, they are hearing all this interview and they couldn't do anything about this. Father Lord. All right.
He will get another weapon. And definitely he will kidnap another person. You can't leave a human being so illiterate and this hard time of economic hard time and expect him to behave well. From where is he getting his morals? From where?
Indeed. Well, you've spoken of the tension.
What I want the government to engage them.
Right.
I thought look at their teacher.
Sorry, do go ahead.
So this is what I want. The amnesty I'm talking about is not dashing money to them at all. This same commander, Dogo Kide, that took these boys, he gave us his conditions for peace. Number one, he said, if once there is vigilante, he said, I will promise you, but once there is vigilante, I will never agree to any peace agreement. So when we went to the governor, we said, okay, why don't you disband vigilante and turn them into civil defense? Let them have a uniform, let them be trained, let them be seen as vigilantes. Because the herdsmen will never agree to do eye to eye with them.
Goodness God.
Secondly, he said, they agree to protect the forest, no any case of kidnap will happen, and that if there is a 3 months of peace, then...
Can you imagine? These useless people are telling the government what to do, instructing them what to do. Can you imagine? You come to visit me in my house and you are telling me how to govern my house. Imagine that. Government is, oh Jesus Christ, Gumi ò lè ṣoríire o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ níjókòó papọ̀ tẹ́jọ́ ń ṣe gbogbo eléyìí orí burúkú lẹ máa ṣe. Ẹ ò ní ṣe oríire. Tí aláàárọ̀ bá fẹ́ gbà fún yín, ọlọ́sàn á takò yín. Tọ́lọ́sàn bá dẹ̀ tún fẹ́ clear ọ̀nà, alálẹ́ á ní kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Gumi, ẹ ní ṣe oríire o. Mo ṣe nǹkan o, mo mà ti ṣe nǹkan báyìí o. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Fúlàní kò ṣe Fúlàní o, àwọn tí ò sọpọlọ lórí wọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ agbádùn mọ́ ní abẹ́ ẹ̀ gbọ́ Olúwa ẹ̀jẹ̀ á tún máa gbádùn ẹ̀ lọ.
Then the government should come in and build a hospital for them.
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ má bínú.
He mentioned hospital. And he said after another 3 months, they should come and build school for them.
Distribute, share.
And that they should release all their prisoners. And they are ready to release everybody. These are the conditions he told us. So I don't know why we cannot engage them. They are not like the others that are bent on destroying the Nigerian sovereignty. No, they are willing to sit down. Even this, the latest one here, I've tried to contact the governor and to get a word from him that, look, why don't we arrange and sit down and see and talk to these men to release these children, and that we should see what they want. If schools is what they want, we get schools for them. Because as I'm talking now, in this Kagorko area, we are building a school now. And we found that some herdsmen are even coming around the school trying to settle down. So when we ask them, why are you coming to settle down here? They say, we don't want our children to be like us. I want children to be educated. So Nigeria should take this. Let's educate all Nigerians. This kidnapping and terror will come to a knot, inshallah.
Well, thank you very much, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, for this opportunity to have this conversation with you. But personally,
Anyway, that is the end of the interview. That's the end of the interview. Ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn pípù yìí kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tí nǹkan máa fojú ṣùnùkùn wò. Ọlọ́run á kọ́ àmọ̀ ṣe. I really understand the problem we are having as in Yoruba and Igbo. We are not the one in power. I didn't believe we are the one in power. I would have said we know what to do, but we are not. Ìgbà tó lórí burúkú Ọbásanjọ́ wà ń bẹ̀, Ọbásanjọ́ tó yẹ pé ikú gbóná ló máa kú, kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe. But each time tí Haúsá bá wà ń bẹ̀, gbogbo ala máa ń lajú alẹ́ la máa ń rí nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ilé ìtẹ̀ tí wọ́n á pa bámbárì. This is terrible. It's terrible. Ó ní kí la fẹ́ ṣe òun ni. The way the man is maltreating. The way he's ill-treating us. Kí la fẹ́ ṣe? Ó ń gbá wa lójú báyìí pẹ̀lú ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, ọbẹ̀ ata epo, ó fi ń gbá wa lójú báyìí. There's nothing we can do. Ó ń gbá wa, ó káwọn èèyàn kan tó máa gbá wa. Yes. Nítorí pé àwọn ló wà ń power. But still, Ọlọ́run á kó wa yọ. Àwa náà, tó rán lọ́mọ tó bá ṣe pàwọn ìyẹn ń gbé o. Sunday Igboho, he has tried a lot. But àwọn olórí burúkú ní àárín Yorùbá, olórí burúkú wọn, wọ́n ti ṣe ní tó máa ṣe. Wọ́n ti sìn lọ sí ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n. Wọ́n ti kó bá, wọ́n ti sìn lọ síbi tí ó yẹ kán sìn lọ. Lágbára Ọlọ́run á jáde. Nnamdi Kanu the same thing. Ọlọ́run á kó wọn yọ fún wa. Ohun tí mo mọ̀ ni pé ká fi ohun gbogbo lọ́lọ́run lọ́wọ́. Ká fìjà fọlọ́run jà. Káwa náà má dé dúró. Nítorí pé tó bá jẹ́ Israel ni, nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Israel, wọ́n dúró. I believe pé àwọn ni first born Ọlọ́run o. Gbogbo ogun tó bá gbé tì wọ́n face wọn directly ni. Physically they are fighting back. Wọn ò máa kàn gbàdúrà lásán. Country wa mo ti rí, tó bá àdúrà nìkan là ń gbà. Nothing else we are doing. Ikú dẹ̀ ń pa wá, ó ń pa ọmọ, ó ń pa ìyàwó, ó ń pa gbogbo wọn. So àwa náà ká má dúró o, mo bẹ̀ wá ni o. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ là ń bú ṣìkà o. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o. Thank you so much. God bless you for watching this video with me. It shall be perfectly well with every one of you. Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ṣeun. Gbogbo ẹni tí bá wo fídíò yìí, ẹ bá mi share, kẹ́ press love, kí àwọn èèyàn kan gbọ́, kí wọ́n lè tètè, ká lè tètè mọ ọ̀nà tá a máa gbà. Ẹni tó bá gún mi olórí burúkú yìí, èpè nígbà míì. Wọ́n ní àdúrà kékeré ó sàn ju èpè rẹpẹtẹ lọ. So ẹ bá èpè, ẹ gbé èpè, kẹ́ gbé ran, kẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó ran àwọn pípù tó wà lórí òye, kí Ògún lákàyé Ọ̀ṣìmọ̀lẹ̀ kó máa fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn wẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Kírísítẹ́nì ni mí o, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá dójú ẹ̀, ẹ má jà purọ́ tanra wa. Bó bá ṣe ohun tó bá gbà la máa fún. Kírísítẹ́nì ni mí o, mọ́lé aláwọ̀ mi mọ́lé lóògùn, ṣùgbọ́n màá sì fi ẹnu mi sọ̀rọ̀. So Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yín o. Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́ o. God bless you. My name is Prince K. K.A Hajijohn. Thank you so much. Bye.